let's look at how to set the default name server or the DNS server you're going to be using on an Ubuntu Linux machine. So first of all, I have a couple machines right here, and this server is going to be running my DNS. So if I do a dig at localhost, I can see my, well, let's try server.example.com. I can see that it is 10.0.2.4, and that returns just fine, and that's great. Now, the server is running, and it's doing everything it needs to do in order to run functionally, but the client needs to then use it. If I look at my etc resolved.conf file, this is typically where you have the name server. Now, you could put the name server here directly in here, but this file does get overwritten. You could just completely remove this symbolic link. If you look at this one right here, you can see it's a symbolic link. And you can see that it just resolves over to this stub.resolve.conf, which is nice, but that doesn't quite do it the best way we want to do it. We want to keep this resolve.conf symbolic link in place and make it work. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and first of all make sure we can talk to the DNS server. So if I do a dig at 10.0.2.4, which is my server, and I want to look up www.example.com, you can see that it does return the correct information. So that's good. Now, in order to make it use that, if I just do a dig right now by itself, it will go to the root servers and try to guess, and it'll say, well, there's something here, but we don't really know what's going on because, well, Akamai has some example.com thing there, but that's not what we want to use. We want to use the example.com we created. So we're going to edit the etc systemd resolved.conf file. And down here at the bottom of the file, we can add a DNS equals 10.0.2.4, which is our DNS server. And we'll just go ahead and put a fallback DNS in there as well. So if that one fails for some reason, we want to use Google. So now we have those in place. The next thing we want to do is restart the service that uses this. So do systemctl restart systemd-resolve d. So if you restart this, then it will make it so that it can work. Now it does want me to run this other thing right here, systemctl daemon reload, so we get that all taken care of as well. All right, so now we should be able to see what happens if I do the dig command. I can still directly hit the DNS server, but now I should be able to hit the same server without telling it that number, and you can see that it does in fact work just fine. So it's going directly to it because now the resolve thing's there. Now you can also look at this a little bit easier. You can type in resolve CTL, and that it will tell you how you are resolving stuff. So you can see that currently it's going to resolve this way, and that's my default for my global settings. It also says my fallback right here, and then you can see this is what I got from DHCP and other things like that. But this is how the DNS is configured. So you can use this to set your DNS servers.